Welcome back, everyone. Today's episode is going to be a little different. We're going to change it up a little bit. We have a lot of work to do, and I'm just going to get it all done. I don't know what's going to make it in, what's going to get cut. That's going to be Shift Tab's doings. So let me just get things started with showing you where I'm at and where I want to go. So this is where we're at. We are in the cul-de-sac house. We have a nice full garage, lots of stuff, lots of toys. I'll go through all of them here in a second. Where I want to go is I want to head to the Gap and buy the brand new house. Problem is, it's $1.25 million and we have $26,000. So we have a lot of money to make real quick. The tuning shop is doing well. That's gonna be where most of our money comes from. Let me walk you through these cars and kind of give you a plan of what we're gonna do here while we're in West Coast today. This is our Ravix. This is the Ravix S, basically a base model. Oh yeah, I forgot, I have a loan going on. How much left is on my loan? I have 79 grand on my loan. Okay, we're gonna keep chipping away at that. But this is our Ravix here. This is the one that we were just kind of doing all kinds of crazy stuff to. I just put these new Cup 2R tires on instead of the 888s I had because I needed the extra grip because I threw a new cam in it. So now we're making almost 1200 horsepower. We might take it to the direct strip today, see what it'll do, but I don't know, I've been driving it a lot and trying to get into some other things lately. I did, however, get our second Ravix. Now this is a virtually 0 mile. I think it says it's moved like 1 inch. I haven't even started it up. This is a Ravix Talon X, meaning it's an all-wheel drive manual. You can see a manual shifter in there. Let me open up the door here. It's still kind of dark in there, but there's a manual shifter in there. Makes, I think, 530, 570 horsepower. I'm not really sure. Like I said a little while ago, I'm just trying to collect all the Ravixes I can in their base 0 mile variants. And so this is one that we ended up snagging. I say we snagged it, but we got it from Riches and we paid like 200 grand for it and it's only worth 130. So we lost a lot on that. We're never going to sell that. Okay, let's talk about our Covette over here. So this Covette is what I plan on bringing to our next Drag and Drive event, which is, I think, next week. So I don't have a whole lot of time left to work on this. I kind of did the most of the work done to it. I guess the last thing I really need to do is wheels and tires. We go ahead and open up the hood. We should see a nice engine in here. There we go. It still needs to be painted a little bit, but this is a dual overhead cam Ibishu Plus motor. Very similar. I think it's actually the same model we used for the Ravix. So shout out to VipVap and his awesome work. This has a stage 3 turbo. You can kind of see it down there. At peak, it only makes 32 PSI, but it is boost by gear. So it's going to have a lot of customization, a lot of options. It's currently on the E85 setup and runs nitrous. It's about 1100 horsepower, so a good amount of horsepower for its weight. However, my goal is to run, I guess, as little boost as needed. I want the boost to really be the thing that changes up the tune. The only thing that's really unique about this Drag and Drive event, or just as far as the rules that are going on, is it needs to be a manual or a sequential. And this one's actually, I think it's a sequential. It's a 5-speed sequential. And it also needs to be from 1999 or older. And we're all gonna be racing on wheel. So that's gonna be a new challenge. I probably won't break out the wheel until game day, but for now, we'll just test on the controller. Now, let me talk about this truck and trailer and why I have this. So I got the truck because I thought it'd be cool. I needed a tow rig because I knew I was gonna get a trailer. Went ahead with this nice brown and lime green paint job. It looks a little bit better in the sun. A little bit more metallic flake in there. It was an old military truck. It's 4-speed manual diesel, no turbo, just good old army truck. And then we got this really nice trailer, a huge trailer, because like I said, we're moving to the Gap and I want to bring as many cars with me as possible. Now, I don't think map travel necessarily works with trailers and stuff. However, there is a, I don't know if there's a bug and I don't know if it's fixed or not or what the deal is. I'm going to test it. But if you have your car spawned, for instance, all these cars are spawned out and then we map travel, I think they all show up in the map on the other side, but you still have to go collect them. I could be completely wrong. We'll find out when we load up the trailer and travel. But check this out. It has interior lights. I don't want to jump in here and break anything, but it is such a nice trailer. Really excited to use this thing. So we're probably going to load up the drag car in this. I don't think we'll take the Ravix with us. We're going to probably just collect all the cars we can. And then when we're trying time to map travel, we'll see how much money we actually have. And then finally, we have this Widgeon crawler. I don't know. I needed a vehicle to go to the Gap to kind of scout out the area, check out some things. Went ahead and bought this. It's I got it for like 30 grand. It didn't cost a whole lot. I haven't done any crawling with it. We might try to do a little crawling today, maybe here in West Coast before we head out. I don't know. It's just really cool. Thought it was pretty neat. It has a turbocharger. You can kind of see it in there. It's like probably it's probably one of the smallest turbos I've ever seen, but it's a small engine. Doesn't make more than 150 horsepower. So, well, let's go ahead and get this all loaded up. I think we're going to just go ahead and pull out the trailer, probably load up the crawler first, and then the drag car, and then we'll put these Ravixes away. I think we'll let them rest overnight. And we gotta do something about this this cul-de-sac traffic. Oh, that's a nice sunburst. I like that color. All right, let's try to block traffic, and you know what? Actually, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna block traffic with our Ravix before anybody else shows up. There we go. Hopefully they don't get upset. Can't see that going wrong at all. I think if we stay away, they'll not aggro. Let's get things loaded up. I'm so excited to use this trailer. Dragged a little bit, that's okay. Our traffic stopping worked like a charm so far. Now, one thing I want to do, I want to go ahead and put away our Talon as well. That's just, I don't know, solo's mileage, no damage done. This is a pristine car. We're going to keep it that way. Go ahead and put this in storage. And let's start with that crawler. And one thing though, I don't think the crawler is actually going to fit. We might have to lower it a little bit. All right, this is an automatic, very simple car, but it has everything you need. I really don't think this is going to fit. Make sure we get lined up on the trailer good. Oh, maybe. Okay, we just fit. We got some wheel wells to maybe climb over. Oh, no, we made it just perfectly through. Just gonna creep on in, right against the wall. There we go. Hop on out. That should, I was hoping to somehow squeeze 3 cars in here, but it looks like 2 is gonna be our limit, which makes sense. It's not a massive trailer. Now we are gonna do our testing on these tires. It's not probably the ones we're gonna run. They're super skinny. They are Cup 2s, so they're probably the best street tire we could get. Just gonna give this a little rev. There we go. We're currently making 925. We'll tune it down for the track. Ultimately, I just want to shake down the engine and the gearing, see how they feel. Ooh, is our roof box gonna fit? Not really. Okay, hold on. Oh no. Oh shoot, it's breaking. Toe to nearest road. Huh. I don't think it normally opens up that way. I think it opens from the back. Yeah, okay. Well, the first casualty. It was pretty close. We can either lower the car or take the box off. I don't want to take the box off. That's how we run it. Let's let me see what I can do here.
5 hours later.
All right, we have our solution. We decided to put it on air. So now we can manually control that ride height. Probably not the best for a drag car, but it's gonna look so cool. Oh man. Imagine winning drag week in a drag Covette that's on bags. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna try to get back in the trailer. Oh, we stalled. You know, and that's okay. We're just gonna ride the starter. Or not. Maybe we're caught on something. There we go. And back down. Man, this is a whole process to get in the trailer, but look at it. Oh, it's so cool. The lights and everything. That's awesome. Now, I am putting it all the way to the front just because I want to see how much space I have left. I don't have another Covette to throw in here. That's hardly anything, though. That's barely a pigeon. Okay, well, that's good to know. It's definitely just a 2-car trailer, but hey, it is a 2-car trailer. It's not just a 1-car trailer. Go ahead and get this loaded up. Around the side here and turn off the light. Truck doesn't look too squatted either. We could Probably stiffen those rear springs if we're going to make it a dedicated all unit. Oh, that looks so good. That's awesome. We're ready to go back to the Gap. I did buy a house already in the Gap. It's probably the cheapest house you can get, just a one-car garage, just so I can be on the other side of the mountain a little quicker and taxi over there. Let's go ahead and get out of the way for everybody. Everybody wanted to come to the cul-de-sac today. Yeah, definitely could not fit the Ravix on that trailer as well. Oh man, I'm so excited to tell this. This is such a nice trailer. This might be one of my favorite trailers I've ever owned. Hope it doesn't bottom out too bad. And we're gonna go right into low gear, low 4, just because I know it's gonna be a lot to ask. I don't want to jolt things around. Now, as for the truck, this is obviously not its final build. It does look really good, but I do want to do a special exhaust, probably put some injectors in it, give it a little power. I'll probably keep it naturally aspirated. I don't think it really needs a turbo. And it'd probably do some wheels and tires. I do like this kind of military old style look, I guess. So I might try to do the same tires we have on the trailer. Just maybe some black rims. Maybe I'll change the trailer rims to black. I'm not sure. Either way, let's head to the drag strip. The other reason why I am putting so much investment into this truck and trailer and all of these, I'm going to run this red light. Sorry for your immersion. The other reason why I'm doing all this way is because I want to sell as many properties as I can as well. And so one of the properties I'm definitely going to sell is the drag garage. And I might even try to sell the drag storage if we can clear it out enough. Already am planning on selling the twins, but I know we can't sell Casper. Oh gosh, we have an accident there. We'll probably not sell the UTV. I want to take the UTV with us to the Gap, but we'd have to buy the house first, which then everything gets out of order unless we can find a place to store it. Let's head to the drag strip and see, oh gosh, what kind of times we can run with this stick shift drag and drive car. All right, here we are in the drag lanes. I'm gonna hop out, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna sell this garage. I might regret it because I'm sure I'm gonna want to do like one adjustment to the car or something, but I don't even want to accidentally place a car in here. Right now I know the garage is empty. So let's go ahead and try to sell it. 86,000, you know, it's every little bit helps. We're gonna take it. That should help against the loans as well. In fact, we should probably just try to sell try to get rid of that loan now. Ooh, that's a that's a funny number. Let's put in 70,000. I'm not superstitious with numbers, but hopefully the day goes well after seeing that. I don't know. All right, so that's sold. We don't have that anymore. I want to go run across the street here as well. I want to go look at some of the cars we can sell. All right, the dragway storage. I would love to sell this property as well. It'd be 112,000. We could use that. Unfortunately, though, it's full of cars. Let's take a look at them. We have Casper. Obviously, we're going to keep Casper. I don't know where we're going to keep Casper. We could take it to Chinatown because I can't sell Chinatown. You know, I'm okay with selling the twins. I'm going to pull them out real quick, in fact. Here's our twins. You know, one's a roamer, one's a truck. They had the same paint job. They have the same rims. Don't worry, the rims look a lot better when you're actually in the vehicle. I did mess up on the paint job at some point. I guess this one has like a dark blue on the SA part. This one's gray. I don't know. I had to repair one of them, and I forgot which color does which. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. They were fun. Well, honestly, the roamer was terrible. I hated driving this thing. I wrecked it a lot, and yes, it was my fault, but it was awful to drive. And then our street truck, it gave us so many issues. Like, it was fun. It, you know, 2,800 horsepower, it's no slouch. It was quick, but ultimately, it's just not. I don't know. It's just I don't want to invest any more time into it. So I think we sell both of them. Try to come up with 100 grand off that. And then that only leaves us with the UTV. And the problem with the UTV is we don't have anywhere else to put it. Our cul-de-sac garage is all full. We can collapse that. We have our Chinatown garage, which we're already going to put Casper in, but that's going to fill that up. I guess we could take one vehicle to Uncle's campground. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Maybe the Astro goes there. Just as like storage. And then the pit, that's over at the Gap, which is a one-car slot. So ultimately, it's either sell the Astro or sell the UTV. I can only keep one of them unless I want to try to go to the River Highway and back, but I don't think I want to mess with that. I think we just I don't think we can sell the UTV. It looks too good. Yeah, this UTV, I don't know. Roshi Rada was a lot of fun. It doesn't drive great, but it does do well, and I really want to take this. This would be perfect at the gap. I already know exactly where I'd put it too, so we're definitely going to keep this. I think we get rid of the Astro. As much as I loved it, as much as I couldn't get rid of it in the episode last, I think we get rid of it this time. Maybe we can trailer all those things around. So let's go ahead and list these two for sale. Always go for about 20% above. Seems to work well. And we can't sell the Astro yet until we go to Chinatown. Yeah, so well, let's get racing. Let's do some drag racing. Now, as far as, like I said, we're going to use the stock tires that we're on. We're really just going after, you know, how much power can the engine hold? Is it happy? What's it going to rev like? What's the gearing like? Basically, all the tuning changes we can do to the suspension and chassis and gearing. That's what I want to get done today. And ultimately, the biggest thing I want to learn from today is what kind of tires should we run on this? How thick should they be? It is an all-wheel drive car, so it doesn't need to have the biggest of tires. Walk in here. Hopefully it hops in. There we go. Not the trailer. This is so cool to be on bags. Oh man. That's okay. I wanted to stall. I don't want to go out too fast. I'm going to have to raise it a little bit as we come out the trailer. Oh yeah, that's so fun. Oh, I'm so excited. We're just gonna leave the trailer down. We're gonna do let's look at the tune real quick. We'll look at it together. I know we get a lot of people asking kind of how do you build cars, how do you tune stuff, and honestly, you just get your hands in there and you mess it up and see what happens. So this does have a race center diff, I guess is what you'd say. It's a race all-wheel drive system, so we can split the torque either front or rear and however we want to do that. I do have the RPM set to 8600 RPM, or 8600. I know the engine should be able to take more than that, but unfortunately ECU only gets us so far. Nitrous, I don't have any power added in the moment. This is going to be a scramble button we use later. Maybe we can test later on how much power this engine really can hold by using that. Race tab injection is turned all the way down, so we can turn that up if we need. Also, we have our airbag stuff. That's cool. I haven't messed with that yet. We have our transmission ratios. Hopefully, I don't plan on messing with that. I might. We'll see. And then, of course, our boost by gear is very low in first gear, and then 6th gear, it really opens up. Now, this is actually a 5-speed, so maybe for 5th gear, we tell it 32 PSI. As far as tires go, we'll give ourselves a chance by turning down the tire pressure. That's still still not a lot of tire for this kind of horsepower. But yeah, let's just kind of see what it does. A little quick shakedown, nothing crazy, nothing special. See, we do have 2-step off the 6,000 RPM. We're not going to turn on nitrous. See if we can do a little bit of a burnout here. A little bit, nothing too much. Let's see what we run. Fully staged. Funny things happen there. I think the front end spun a lot somehow. Obviously very slow. We didn't even really get into boost. 1089, 164, 60 foot. Nothing crazy. This can hold a lot more power. I'm trying to think though. That front end really spun a lot. I wonder if we lock up that center diff a little bit more. That way it's more evenly split. The front's still going to spin some because it's just a limited slip up there, whereas the ones in the back are a little bit more tougher. But yeah, let's go back to the tuning lanes and make a few adjustments. I really want to test out that power, so we'll probably bring in the boost in like 2nd or 3rd gear. Just all of it, see what it'll do. Alright, made a few adjustments. So for some reason that torque split was actually percentage of power to the front wheels, not the back. So that's why we just had a lot more power going to the front. We did up the boost as well. I can't remember if we did second. I think we did 2nd gear. It's gonna ask for all 32 PSI. And let's go ahead and do a spicy burnout real quick. Oh, that wasn't spicy at all. Alright, well cool. I guess the gearing's a little high, a little tall. It's staged up here. It should be the same launch. Kind of. Oh, man. I can already tell this is going to be an absolute handful. Okay, we got a 947, 172, 60 so it slowed down a lot. Man, I don't even know if you can call it torque steer. It was just all over the place. That's going to be a handful in the wheel. I did forget to put brakes in it as per usual, so we're already running out of brakes. Interesting. Very interesting. So I think what we do, obviously we can launch at higher boost. Maybe the gearing's fine. We're just kind of running low on power. Felt like it bogged a little bit. Let me do a little rip real quick. I mean, a little bit more tire profile is definitely going to help. I kind of want to roll in, though, on like some really skinny tires or something that just doesn't say hardcore drag car. That's kind of the goal. We could also change, you know, suspension height. Drop it a little bit. It'd be so bad for camber. Anyways, let's make another adjustment. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna make some small tweaks, and I'll talk about it, and then we'll hopefully see the 9s. My main goal is to get into the 8s. And then eventually end at the low 8s, maybe even into the 7s. I want to be able to get the 7s if I have to, but maybe not always strive for that. So let me make some tuning adjustments.
A few moments later.
All right, before we do this next pass, let's go and check our marketplace. I've been seeing some offers come through. On the truck, we have 2 offers, one for 45, one for 50. That's not weird, not really near what I'm shooting for. We'll go ahead and negotiate on the 50. I'm just gonna drop it by 50 bucks. I don't want to waste anybody's time here. Show them like, look, we mean business. We want as much money as possible for this. Yeah, and 64 just ain't gonna cut it. So I'm not gonna finish that. We'll go ahead and decline that one. We'll see if the other guy wants to come up on it. He's starting at 45, so you wouldn't think it, but sometimes you get lucky. Drop it by 50 bucks. Look at that! It came up to 74. I'd still like more out of it. What if I dropped it? See, he's probably... we'll come down to 80. If we don't get it, we got all day to try to get a better offer. No need to rush this. Yeah, okay, no big deal. See you later, Susan. Good luck getting some other truck. Either way, let's hop in the Covette here. I'm gonna adjust our suspension. Oh, just kidding. It's already at top height. Okay, that'll work. And now I'm doing something a little different here. So first gear is going to be low PSI, or the standard launch. I did turn up our duty cycle on the injection, so we should be making more power than before. In second gear, we're going to run 7 PSI boost. Not a lot. Not trying to make a lot. But third gear, I want to see what it does with full 32 PSI and then full duty cycle. I don't know why our horsepower is reading 416 horsepower, but that doesn't seem right. We'll see what happens on the track. Let's go and do a little burnout. The launch is pretty good from a no prep dig for such skinny tires. A little more. Oh, dang it. Off the 2-step. Has a lot of clutch slip. Oh man, we are smoking the clutch. Yeah, for whatever reason, sometimes you add race tab stuff and it just destroys clutches. I thought we fixed that. Clearly there's some more work to be done. Long story short, the way it works under the skin, as far as just in general, the way the parts work is less simulated than you would think, or you would initially think, at least from initial inspection. Either way, yeah, that's a bummer. Let's go back to the drawing board. Maybe we don't run E85. All right, this could be our final run for the day. We're going to be spraying a whole lot of nitrous at 300 shot. We turned down the E85. I don't know what's going on with it. I think we might be having an issue with that mod or something. Go ahead and arm the nitrous. Nitrous will kick in third gear. All 300 shot worth. Full PSI is going to kick into second gear. And we also raised our first gear launch just to get off the line a little quicker. I think it should be a pretty good run. Ultimately, I just want to see the strength of the engine. How much power can it really hold? Right now we're rated at, looks like 1200, almost 1300 horsepower. So if we can hold all this, we're in a good spot. We just gotta figure out how to reliably, consistently make that power. If not, we'll have to think of something else. A little burnout. Make sure our 2 steps on. Okay, way deep stage. I'll take it. Got an over torque risk. Probably shouldn't blow the engine. I thought about sending it, but then I thought maybe we shouldn't. Got an 894 though while letting out, so that's pretty good. Go ahead and hit the brakes because I totally forgot to do that. We're just gonna go a little deep. That's fine. That was a lot of squeal. Okay, cool. Well, we learned some things. We learned we need brakes. We learned we cannot make 1300 horsepower. And we learned that if we turn up our E85, it smokes the clutch somehow. So we learned a lot, but we didn't get, I don't think we got a whole lot farther than I thought we were going to be. I think we took a couple steps back. So we're going to have to do some work on this thing. I don't even know what to do next. I've heard manual transmissions do a little bit better with race tab injections, but ultimately there's something weird about the way the injection system works and really how applying power works, because we use the similar functions to nitrous, but I guess I don't know. I've been told that deep in the code it actually still applies extra clutch pressure, but we've always been afraid to do that because that doesn't make sense. But we might just say, hey, screw it. It shouldn't affect it at all. Let's just make the clutches effectively invincible if you're running injection. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What should we do with the injection system? Do we table it? We're not going to scrap it. It's already out there. Do we make it to where it locks up really tight automatically, or do we let it slip? It's tough because it's bringing its own slip variable into it. I don't know. Either way, that's a deeper discussion, maybe for a live stream. Let's go ahead and I think leave the car here. We're gonna go check our phone and see what kind of offers we get. We're also gonna pull out Casper, because we need to get Casper over to the Chinatown garage. In fact, maybe I think we unload all the cars here, bring all the cars to Chinatown, come back, sell the storage, load up the cars again, and then we'll head up to the tuning shop to see if we have enough money to head to the Gap. That's the plan. Let me get all these things situated. All right, let's see what kind of offers we have on our drag truck here. Go to our marketplace. We have a lot of offers. Start with this 56,000. Try to negotiate here. Let's, we'll drop it 500. We'll show them, hey, we'll come down a little bit more than the 50. 50 really isn't coming down a whole lot. 69. Really not getting great offers here. They're gonna get offended off that one, yeah. That's fine, we got other offers. Oh, a 68. How did I not see that one earlier? Okay, let's just drop them 50. Come on up. Or should I say, please come on up. 81, I'll take 81. I'm happy with that. That's a deal. Some extra cash for us. Now let's load up that trailer. So Casper, not gonna be an issue. We'll drive it up, put it in the trailer. Our real issue is our side-by-side. There is no way this thing is gonna fit. We go ahead and hop in here. I think we're gonna have to actually get this thing towed, spend the money or insurance cost. Oh, that flag is extremely strong. Okay, cool. That was scary. I did do some work to this as well. I think what did I do? I changed out the portal, so instead of an 8-inch portal, we're on like a 4-inch portal. And then I changed the transmission to be a race transmission. Overall, it's just more usable, more drivable. Why is this guy in the tuning lanes? Very strange. Yeah, there's not a chance. So we're gonna have to get this towed the old school way, which is fine. When I fully turn, the wheels do lock up, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and do that. I can't stop. There you go. Let's put it in neutral. Let's go ahead and do that. Then we'll come back, get Casper, probably flat tow it there. Not flat tow it, but, tow it with the trailer, just because I want to get some towing in. I enjoy towing. And then get all the cars situated. and hopefully sell the drag storage. All right, here is our Christmas special. One last look. Shift Tab's present to us. It's a fantastic car. Hate to see it go, but this time I'm for real. We're gonna sell it. It's let's see, how much was it? 463 horsepower. I did really want to take this with us to the Gap. Has high low gears, has locking diffs, locking center diff. Pretty much everything you would need to go in whatever trail you wanted, but it's a little box of a car. So maybe I'll buy it again one day. One of these days I do want to actually purchase a lot of vehicles from the As Seen on TV collection. But I don't know. I seem to never do that just because I've already experienced those cars, but there's some I want to get again. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a whole series on it, only buying those cars. Either way, let's list it for sale and head back and pick up our trailer. All right, that only leaves Casper left. Let's hop in Casper. We're gonna load this on the trailer. Maybe we do a pass with them real quick. I love that sound. That's what we call it, Casper. Sounds like a ghost. We gotta do one pass before it leaves the drag strip. It's never seen anything outside the drag strip before, since we bought it at least. Now I can't remember exactly how I like to launch this. I think we gotta lower the, oh, that's the phone. Gotta lower the two-step. I think it was 2,000 RPM is what it really liked. It's not a lot, but it makes a difference. And there we go, two-step active, foot braking it. That's all it needs right there. Try to do a burnout here. I love it. I love this car so much. We need to do more with it. Let me know what you want to see with this car. Good stage there. Here we go. Hopefully it doesn't do a massive wheelie. Not bad at all. An 847. I totally forgot. I took a ton of power out of it last time I was tinkering around with this, just because I wanted it to be a stable drive. Looks like it'll run an 8.5 pretty much all day. Change up the launch two-step and probably adjust that a little bit. But yeah, Casper. It's fun. It was a fun engine build. It's a Pro Charger on it, so it's pretty cool. My first Pro Charger build. Again, nothing crazy. I think it's the I think it's still the original 4-speed automatic. So, you know, it's nothing special, stock suspension. Just, you know, big motor in a nice car. Anyways, let's get it loaded up, head over to Chinatown. All right, in the Chinatown storage you go. I feel like this is the last stop before vehicles get sold. It's like the cars I just can't let go of, but I have some space that I also can't get rid of. Just like that, the storage is empty. We can head back now, sell the storage, load up those cars. I think we'll stop at the tuning shop, see how much money we have, and see what's going on there. I did get a third worker, so hopefully we'll make some more money quicker. And then we might even do some crawling with the Widgeon. Maybe it'd be good to see if it is even good at crawling. If it's not, we could probably sell that too. Let's try to back on out of here and get home. All right, made it back to the drag strip. We're gonna go ahead and first load up the cars. I'm actually gonna load up the let's load up the drag car first, because ultimately we're gonna run the crawler. We're gonna do some crawling today. Open up our trailer. Kind of bummed about our drag car, not gonna lie. It needs a lot of work. Obviously it doesn't have the right tires, I get that, but let's turn off nitrous before anything crazy happens. Oh, there we go. But yeah, it'll come together. I just hope it doesn't take too long, kind of like that drag truck did. A little bit out of my element, but that's kind of the fun of it. Gotta load it up here. I think that's our point of lowering. There we go. I do love the airbag thing. It's so awesome. That's probably good right there. Same thing, hop on out. Then we'll load up this trailer. So let's do a little financial report too as we load up this trailer. We have 187,000 in cash. That's really good. Swing those around. As far as loans go, we don't have any. We can take out 250, a little bit 280. So let's see, 187, 287, 387, almost 425-ish, maybe 450, somewhere in there that we can instantly have in cash if needed. Let's go ahead and go to our drag storage here. Get another 112 grand. Probably pull around to the side. Now, by the time this video comes out, it probably means the beta has come out as well, our first beta for this round of changes. And I gotta say, some of the stuff that's been in the pipeline that I've been seeing is absolutely amazing. Do check out the live streams for all the updates for new things we're adding and whatnot. I'm always playing on the latest beta. Hopefully for the next video or so, it's gonna be some really neat changes to show off. Here we are at our dragway storage. Go ahead and sell this, 112,000. There we go. Up to 300 in cash. That's great. Yeah, so that's 550 all day. Let's head up to the tuning shop, see how much money we have, see what's going on there. Should just start leaving this truck on. Oh, I stalled. Must not have fully started all the way. What's going on? Why is the trailer brake stuck on? Okay, that was weird. We're moving them. Head up to the tuning shop, see what's going on. I do have something pretty cool to show you there too. I'm saving it for a rainy day. We're not going to mess with it today, but let me just show you what I got. All right. Oh, I just hit that toolbox. Sorry. I wanted to pull this thing in. One, because now we finally have shadows in the building, which looks really cool. Unfortunately, though, if I start my truck up, I think we lost our echo sound. There should be an echoey sound in here, so we'll have to take a look at that for the next update. But man, this tuning shop, it is hard to keep it up and running. But at least we have shadows, so now everything looks really nice. I love that. One day I want to park all my cars here or something like that. Maybe we'll make another house, another garage. Either way, let me show you what's going on at the tuning shop. If we open it up, we have 227 grand in the business account, which is pretty good. Nothing to complain about. If you look at our jobs, now currently I have something kind of stuck. This Bruckle Moonhawk 244 inline 6 somehow got stuck. I don't know if you guys have had a similar issue. We're trying to fix it in the back end. Ultimately, I think it's a one-off issue from me just running my save on various in-development builds that are even before they come out in beta. So unfortunately, that kind of slot is stuck. Now we should have 3 techs. I don't know why we only have 2 running. Let's see. Well. Oh, okay. He just took a job. 29K. It's not bad. But then also we found a Ravix. I secured a Ravix job. It's only 25K. They only want a 10 for at the drag strip. But I'm saving this for when we actually can do our tuning shop properly, like I've always wanted to do for months now. Again, my goal is to get this final skill tree spot up here, personal use. It costs 300 grand, but you can tune your own personal vehicles. So that way I can make my own tuning kits and apply them across different vehicles into different I guess customers and whatnot. I want it to be like a proper tuning company, but that's going to take some time, as well as our income. So yeah, we have 227 grand. If we go to our finances tab, let's just show the last 3 hours. It's been kind of climbing. I've been taking some money out here and there as I've needed it, but it's doing good. We got 3 techs working hard. Looks like this one's running a track event. These 2 are driving to the drag strip. So yeah, it should start paying for itself really well, and hopefully even as we're playing around doing other things, we're going to see a lot of money come in. I don't think we're going to get to 1.25 mil before the end of this video, but we're certainly going to try. And so let's go ahead and get everything over to the rock crawling areas, see how that widgeon fares, and then finally I think we're going to pack up the truck and we're just going to head to the gap. Even though our house isn't ready, we're just going to be a mobile driving unit or something. Try not to get stuck there. Let's head out. All right, we're pulling into the mud drag area because I think this is gonna be the best place to kind of work on things. It's right around the corner from all the rock crawling. Maybe we'll park over here this time. We're not gonna do any mud drags. I know the widgeon won't be able to handle much of that. Okay, a little almost a jackknife there. Got a little slippery. There we go. I love this truck. It's so cool. This whole unit. This would be so fun to see in the gap, just heading up the mountains and stuff. Oh man, I wish this was a little taller. Like I do and I don't. It's perfect for cars, but if you want anything with big tires, this isn't gonna work. We're gonna have to maybe get some tilt decks or something different. Let's hop in this crawler. Looks like it shifted a little bit. Might be a little tricky to get out. Worst case scenario, we towed a road. I never tried getting out looking this direction, but actually let's pull forward a little bit maybe. Oh, she is stuck. Yeah, I think we're crash welded into our own trailer. That's okay. We're not even gonna worry about it. We're just gonna tow the nearest road. There you go. Nope, nothing's broken. We're all good. And let's go do some rock crawling. So this has 127 horsepower. That is apparently while spraying nitrous. I don't plan on spraying any nitrous. I don't see a reason why I would need that. However, my right turn signal is my nitrous button, so if I end up accidentally forgetting that, I will end up spraying a little bit. We're gonna try, we're just gonna go full locked, low gear, see how easy or hard it is. We'll try the easy rock crawl first. I can't remember how much these pay. This, we're gonna do a full revamp of all the balancing, everything, all the economy needs to change. Here we go, we're stage. Again, this is all about not damaging the vehicle. It is not about time. This being a widget, the camera is super close by default, which I think kind of works. When we're crawling, we want to see the tires and the rocks up close. Very easy, 127 horsepower. You don't need a whole lot of horsepower in rock crawling. You also don't need a really high truck. You just want a low center of gravity with big tires. There you go. Quick and easy 6 grand. No damage taken. Let's go try the bigger crawls. All right, here we are at the rock crawls. The longer, deeper one. Second one I ever made, except it's been readjusted many times. Going low gear. Again, not about time. We got all day to play. Tuning shop is making us the money. I spent so much money on that tuning shop. I've had to spend at least 2 to 3 mil just on upgrades, just on getting out of debt, things like that. Oop, okay. Now we do also have a 60-second countdown for things that are rock crawling related, just so you have lots of time to back up and realign. It's not super competitive. This is all about just you versus the rocks. Making pretty cool clinking sounds. I like that. Okay, oh, okay, I don't like all that bouncing. There we go, got up and over. Go straight up this one. I've done 0 tuning to this. One thing you can do to rock crawlers is put some tire ballast, especially in the front. So maybe that front end kind of stays lower, hugs the rocks a little bit better. You know, initial crawling with this too, I think we can lower the tire pressure, get a little more grip out of it. Ooh, that one hurt. Okay, 14 grand for that. I don't know, that's a lot of money, but this is also a pretty purpose-built vehicle. To get like a D series up that would be quite the struggle. That's the challenge with balancing, is like, you could take a, you know, $100,000 rock crawler up this and it'll be, you know, good and enjoyable and it'll be ideal. Or you could also take a $30,000 low horsepower widget crawler and do really good. But you don't want to tune it in the expectation that a player is always going to use a little cheap widget. You want them to use what is proper. So I don't know. This big rebalance is going to be tough. You know, do we tune it to the hardcore enthusiast that's going to do it the simulator way and get the right kind of rig, or do you tune it to the min-maxer that's going to find the cheapest build that gets them the best advantage to make the most money? It's tough. It's real tough. We're going to try this King of the Hammer style event. So this is going to have rock crawling, some sand racing, all of it. We're going to stay in low. Target time is a 2:05. Hot lap target time a 1:55. Let's just see what it does. I have no idea what to expect. Probably going to pop it out of low once we get into the higher gears. Again, this is no race car by any means. Go for high 4. Don't know if that was the option. Definitely feels a lot slower. We'll go into low as we prepare for these rocks here. A lot of people always said, hey, you accidentally left the rocks here. It was actually by design. I can see why it looks that way, though. Probably should have imprinted them a little bit more, indented them into the sand a bit more. Sometimes it's, you know, easier to drive a car that isn't designed to be fast, like this thing. Make up time where it counts. There we go. Nice and easy. This to me is now suddenly a beginner kind of Ultra 4 King of the Hammer style vehicle where obviously it does great at rock crawling, but racing wise it's kind of slow. All right, let's floor it on out. I'm foot to the metal, or pedal to the metal, foot to the pedal. I don't know. All right. Okay, we have an issue there. The first checkpoint is too soon, I think. Let's see. Let's check the financial history real quick. Did we actually get paid for that? We did. Okay, we got $2 grand. It's not bad. We're 215, but that is something we need to look into. That hot lap, that second checkpoint, is happening too fast. Let's try the other Ultra 4. There's another one that hopefully we can make some decent money at. I don't know. You can make a lot of money doing a good, proper Ultra 4 race. However, you got to reach the target time. You got to have a fast vehicle, and this is just not fast enough. All right, lining up for our other Ultra 4 / King of the Hammer style race. Flooring it. I'll use a little nitrous. Get us moving. All right, now this one, the checkpoints are a little different. Now we have to do the harder rock crawl all over again. So in this sense, it's not really about going slow and making sure you keep your truck okay. It is about time. Luckily, we already did do a line, so we kind of have an idea of what to expect. Whoa, okay. That mountain said no. Threw us right back. Let's try that again. There we go. I don't want to go too fast. Get too reckless with it. But I do want to get a good time. Come on. A little nitrous. That's where we got stuck last time. Really try to ease into these rocks. It's kicking us off a little bit. There we go. And then it looks like we turn left. Oh, I forgot. I put a little sign there too. Alright, we're going to spray our whole way. Now, I don't really remember where to go next. I'm looking at the mini-map. I can tell that we need to adjust these, the pathing here to show up on the map. We can do that. There we go. All this was added, or at least the foundation work for all this was done before the mini-map was a thing. So just gotta go back and update the technology. We're back on asphalt. I can see the red check mark there. It looks like we're going through the quarry. Be a nice place to spray. Must not be a huge nitrous shot size because we're this bottle is lasting a long time. Looks like we stay left, going through the quarry, and off to the right. We're going around the lake. There you go. Makes sense. A little water pond thing. It's a nice blue. Okay, try not to fall into the pit there. Back out onto the street. Now, it used to have us going through the rally course, or Rubber Band Ridge course. I think we took that out after we added all the walls. Yeah, looks like we're gonna head straight into this plot of land. I don't remember what the target time was, but I don't think we're really gonna hit it. We are spraying as much as we can. Try not to roll it. I thought we were about to straighten. We had a whole nother turn left. And then finally over the line. And man, the same issue again. Okay, we're gonna have to come back and check those checkpoints. It does continue to work, I guess. Maybe not the hot lap. At least the first lap works. We made... Okay, we almost made 5 grand from that race. So pretty good. Of course, this does get a hot lap multiplier as well. So if you have a really good off-road vehicle, you could make some good money here, at least for now, until we go back and change things. But let's not do another lap. Let's go ahead and load this back up. We're going to head back to the garage, or really the house, drop off the drag car, and then get things loaded up to go into the gap. We're also going to take the Widgeon, but we can take with us one more vehicle. I'm not sure if it's going to be one of the Ravixes or maybe something else. I don't know. Let's get loaded up here. Oh gosh, that's a lot of scrapage. Oh geez, that was close. Oh, it's still close. Oh man, all the things on the side. Oh man, as soon as you make an adjustment to the truck, the trailer says, hey, I'm going to do the opposite. Oh, that was so scary. Let's go ahead. I want... oh no. I was going to just pull around and back the trailer in so I wouldn't have to do it later. And then this car showed up and scared me. I don't think it's not over. This is what we need to do. We just need to push this over a little bit, just a little scoot. That's why we have a little, you know, bumper, brown on brown here. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me not get myself in a hole. Let me go ahead and turn around to the other side. I don't know why I thought that trailer's gonna despawn. We don't need a rush, but I'm panicking for no reason. Let's just take a breath, relax. There we go, nice and slow. This truck will fit just fine in this little alleyway. There we go. Okay. There you go. We just gotta relax, settle the heart rate. We're now on the other side of our trailer. What a disaster. Oh man. We'll just load it up the normal way. We could honestly just leave the trailer down here even. I don't think I will, but... and just like that. There's hardly any damage. Pretend like that didn't happen. It's okay. The bumper's brown, the trailer's brown. That means you can't even see the scratches. Man, if that bottomed out, we were having some issues in the back of that trailer. Okay. Here we go. And the truck stalled. That's perfect. Oh, we were still in gear. Makes sense. Let's see how things turned out inside the trailer first off. I don't think we need to remove the Widgeon at all. Oh, it shifted all the way to the back. Yeah. Okay, well let's scoot it up while we're here. Hopefully it's not crash welded into anything. I'm really glad. At some point, BeamNG did an update where if you just walk up to the car, you kind of get in it. It used to be if you were in a trailer like this, you had no chance of getting your car out because you couldn't select to it. So shout out to the devs. I think the devs fixed that one. If it wasn't the devs, then it must have been Tristan. So shout out to one of you guys. Let's go ahead and pull out the side-by-side. Yeah, there's some damage to the truck. That's okay. Retrieve that. Such good looking wheels. Unfortunately, we have to take them off. We'll probably just put on the smallest wheels we can find. We gotta change this part first. 12x4. Looks like that's gonna be probably the small. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just hit my mic out. It's so funny. Why is it like that? What is that? Is that because they're... I think that's because they're like squished in, maybe? What about a 13x5? We're gonna do 13x5. That looks a little more normal, just barely. Ah, there we go. We're all good. Got the white walls. That's just too funny. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is just for transporting. This is not how it's gonna stay. This does make it kind of unusable when we get there, but that's okay. We'll at least it'll be in the map, assuming it all makes it in. All right, height-wise, we should be good. Width-wise, hope we're good. Yeah, looks like we'll be fine. Oh, but the antenna, the flag. That flag's not gonna work. Okay, we gotta take the flag off. Totally forgot. Almost had it. Final try. No flag this time. Nice and straight. There we go. Oh, it was still really close. That's crazy. There we go. All the way to the front. Look, there's still more room, though. We could add a whole nother UTV. I think we could if we had one. I don't know. Either way, it's loaded up. Let's, I don't know why I want to go buy another UTV. There's nothing else we can bring with us. We still had that little Astro from Shift Tab. We probably could use that. Probably would fit, but let's get to the gap. It's time to move. It's time to get this caravan going. I'm excited. Let me one last check of the finances. Tuning shop is at 259K. Oh, I forgot we had 60K in the bank. Let's go ahead and withdraw that. Probably should keep this in the bank instead of all in cash. I guess it really doesn't make a difference. So worst case scenario, we can loan out another $280,000. We currently have $386,000. So we have a total of, let's see, 380 plus 2 is 580. Go to 625 pretty easily. Plus another 260 in the tuning shop. Quick math suggests that that is, where did I leave off? 620, 720, 820, almost 900,000 in buying power, in actual buying. Like, you know, we can just snap our fingers and have that. That means we're only short $350,000. By the time we get to the gap and maybe do a little bit of work on the gap, we should have enough for that house. So let's start heading over there. All right, we made it to the ferry. We're gonna have to take this extra wide. I didn't really think about this before pulling in. A little lag spike for saving. Good time to save. Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Nailed it. So, we're gonna test the theory. Does your cars that are out travel with you? I swear it happened before. There's probably a bug, but we're gonna give it a shot. I'm going to, honestly, actually, let me back it up. Let me put it in a normal spot. Little wheel hop. Yeah, we're gonna actually, oh look, it's like actual trailer parking. Hold on, let me stop being dumb here. Hold on. Park this correctly. You know, we're gonna take up both lanes. It's you know, race trailer things. I'm gonna leave the trailer here. We're gonna board the ferry without the trailer. And if my theory is correct, that trailer plus the cars in it will spawn in the map at a parking spot of a garage. Not necessarily our garage, just somewhere. Or it's not gonna come with us. It's all gonna stay here, and all we have is our truck. So let's see what happens.
A few moments later.
All right, we are here at the gap. And, you know, like I said, we don't have anything with us, but if we go look at some of the parking spots. Let's see, are there any cars here? No. Any cars here? No. I'm just in free camera, Shift C. Let me go check Uncle's condo or Uncle's house. Not Uncle's condo, that's Italy. Uncle's something here. Any cars? No. Okay, I heard an alternate theory is if I restart my game, then they'd show up, which, you know what, we're here. Might as well test it. Let me go and save and close, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back in the gap. Unfortunately, nothing came with us. Oh, come on. There we go. So I guess it was probably a bug. Like I said, it worked at some point, and I don't think it was intended to work. And it wasn't one of those like, oh, just add the feature back. It was like something broke, and so things half loaded and whatnot. So either way, at least we're in the gap now. And we do have a truck, so that's good. Now I do want to show you one thing I plan on doing a lot of. I think we might wait on the house as far as buying the house. I'm not even going to show you guys the house yet. I think it'll be in the next episode when we actually can buy it. But I want to go do some quarry work here. And this video isn't going to be all about doing quarry work. I think we're just going to get started with it. But I really enjoy doing the quarry work, especially at this location because it's really easy to do. And I think once I get into the higher levels, I think it'll actually start paying pretty good. It should be pretty fun. So, of course, we are in the gap, though. I want to go ahead, hit some of these beautiful trails. See what this truck will do. Yeah, it doesn't have great tires. Let's go and stage. There we go, nice and staged. Again, this is not about racing. It's about just getting through it. Go and put in 4-wheel drive, because why not? Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this trail. Maybe we'll just put on some music and relax. Hopefully y'all's day is going well. And before you know it, we'll be at the quarry. Alright, we have made it to the quarry. We're going to pull in here. Now, I don't know how much of this footage is actually going to make it in because, you know, quarry work really isn't that exciting to watch. However, it is really enjoyable to participate in. Going to set our parking brake before we forget. So let me go ahead and quickly loan out a bucket loader, I guess, what they call it. A bucket, a light bucket. We are still level 1. But we're halfway through level 2. It does take some time, but once you get into it, I don't know if you have to have like a long phone call or you're doing something else in the background, you're trying to listen to something. This is a nice theme just to kind of tune your mind out, just kind of mindlessly do. Let me go ahead and I'm going to go to my favorite spot to work the quarry. There's 2 different spots. One has mud, one doesn't. They're both pretty cool, but my favorite one is all the way in the back. So let me go ahead and slowly travel there. All right, we made it all the way to the back. I think this one's called Zone B. We go ahead and open up our phone. Go to our quarry app. Go to, oh, we actually named it correctly. So this is Center Pit. The other one's Mud Pit. Makes sense. Go ahead and set a waypoint to the Center Pit. We just gotta get a little closer for the app to move on to the next step. There we go. Should be close enough. We'll go and open up the app and see here we have different contracts. I always like to go to the very bottom. We only have tier 1s right now. I can do about 13 to 15 tons per scoop. So if we do this 15 ton there, it'll be a 1 scooper. Assign it to the Center Pit. And now our truck is spawned in, coming over to pick up the rocks. And this is my favorite part because you just drop the bucket, tilt it down some, and then tilt it down a little bit more. Not too much, maybe something like that. And then you just go as fast as you can into these rocks. You get such a good bucket load. Hopefully it's tilted down enough. There it is. And just kind of work it up. Check that out. Nice full bucket of rocks. Gonna lift this up so we don't lose any. And then we can just back all the way up, all the way to the dump truck. Use this little area to turn around. There's probably different ways you go about doing it. This is my favorite way. There we go. Little brake check to get the rocks to settle a little bit. Okay, nothing happened. And look at this approach. You can just really get the full load in. And stop right there. Oh, parking brake said, never mind. There we go. It's always just slightly out of FOV. Just like that. It's almost hard to miss. I could align myself even better. Gotta wiggle them in. And just like that, that's a contract complete, or it should be. Yeah, 16 tons right there. Send the truck. Once that truck makes it around the corner, it will despawn, and we can assign ourselves another contract. I'm really excited because the higher tiers, they should pay more and offer, you know, more loading and whatnot. So I want to see if this is going to be a good money maker, especially as we're looking into rebalancing everything. This is probably going to be my next few hours of just hanging out here waiting for the tuning shop to either make more money or us to make more money doing this. Our tuning shop currently is at 331k, so not bad. I'll have to wait till that builds up, probably closer to 600k before I actually buy the house, but I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.